Hey guys, what's up? Power Up Boxing here, and today I'm going to be talking about Danny Garcia versus Robert Guerrero. Danny Swift versus the Ghost Guerrero. Who I think is going to win the fight, how I think the fight's going to go. I favor, obviously, Danny Garcia. I think Robert Guerrero's on the... I guess you could say he's been in a lot of wars. He's on the downside, I would say. He's 32. Still, fighters at 32 are still in their prime, but he's definitely close to... He's getting old. 32 is getting old. But it's just because he's been in a lot of wars. And not only that, Danny Garcia, I think, is the more patient fighter. He's got good timing, good power. And obviously he's younger, and he's got the age is going for him because he's much younger. He's 27. So Danny Garcia 31-0, 18 knockouts. Robert Guerrero 33-3, 1 draw, 18 knockouts. So they both got 18 knockouts. They both got over 30 fights. So experience-wise, professionally, they're both pretty much the same. But Robert Guerrero has faced... Actually, they both faced pretty good fighters, I would say. Obviously, Robert Guerrero has been in with better fighters because he's faced Floyd Mayweather. He faced Keith Thurman. He faced... that Japanese guy was a tough guy he was in with. He's been in with tons of fighters, Andre Berto. Just he's been in with a decent opponents, but I would say Danny Garcia has been in with good opponents too. Brad Salka. I'm just kidding. Lucas Matisse. I thought Matisse was gonna win that fight. He proved me wrong there. He beat Zab Judah. Obviously Zab Judah was not in his prime, but still he beat Zab Judah. He beat Eric Morales. Eric Morales wasn't in his prime. He beat Amir Khan. That's a good win. He was losing that fight up until round 4, but then he knocked out Amir Khan. So he beat Eric Morales twice. Kendall Holt. Just go down his record. He's beating good, decent opponents, good record guys. And obviously good Herrera, he lost to, in my opinion. But he knocked out Paulie. Paulie's not that much anyway. But the reason why I think that Danny Swift Garcia will make Robert Guerrero a ghost is because he, like I said, he's younger. He's hungry to win that, to win, obviously, a title. This is for the vacant WBC welterweight title. So Danny Garcia has a tremendous opportunity. That belt Floyd Mayweather had. So he definitely has a tough opportunity to win that belt. So that's good for Danny. So he's going to be hungry for that. But, Robert Guerrero is going to be hungry for that belt too. But like I said, the skill-wise and style-wise, I'm going to favor Danny Garcia. He's hungry. He's strong. He's got good power. And I would say he has better one-punch knockout power. But pretty much what it comes down to, I think Danny Garcia has the edge because he's younger. And I think he's got better skills. I think he has a better amateur background too. He has a pretty good amateur background. I don't know about Robert Guerrero. Probably not as good, I'm guessing, considering the way he fights. But, all I can say is I favor Danny Garcia to win the fight. He is going to be the favorite in betting odds. Obviously, he should be. This is for the WBC welterweight title. I'm not counting Robert Guerrero out, though. I think this is going to be a tough fight for both guys, whoever wins the fight. I don't think it's going to be easy for Danny Garcia. I think he's going to win, but I don't think it's going to be easy for him. But you never know. Robert Guerrero has a chance. You never know, because Danny Garcia, you can't really say he's He's not. He definitely doesn't look invincible in his last couple fights. Obviously, he beat his last fight was against Paulie, but that didn't really prove much. And what do you call it? Lamont Peterson. Actually, I forget how that fight went now, but maybe I think he did have some trouble, but I forget now. I can't recall that fight right now. I did see it, but I forget. And Rod Salka, really ranked 77 lightweight. That wasn't. Come on now. Herrera, he lost to. So really, his last good when he actually proved something was against Matisse. So Danny Garcia he hasn't really proven much lately anyway, so that's why he's not invincible. He's not in the welterweight division, he is not a guy that I see holding on to the WBC title if he does win it and he ends up facing like Sean Porter or Keith Thurman or Manny Pacquiao or whoever, like one of those guys, Kell Brook. I just don't see him holding on to that title for very long. The way he's been performing lately, he hasn't really proved much to me that he's going to be number one at welterweight. But at 140, he definitely proved he was good. Robert Guerrero, you can't count him out. Like I said, he's a tough guy. And he will test, definitely a big test for Danny Garcia at welterweight. Even though Robert Guerrero, like I said, he's been in a lot of wars. And he's on the downside, you could say, because of the wars he's been in. And he is getting up in there in age. But he's definitely going to be tough for Danny to get by if he does. And so, but I favor Danny Garcia. I think it'll be a decision. But considering all the wars he's been in, Robert Guerrero, you never know, his chin getting weaker and weaker. You never know. Once a very good chin, and then later down the line, not so good chin. That happens to fighters. So I think Danny Garcia by decision. But if he does knock out Robert Guerrero, it would be probably late in the fight. But I think it will be a decision fight, and I don't count Robert Guerrero out, but I do give the advantage to Danny Garcia. Probably maybe like 70-30 Danny Garcia, 65-35. But yeah. So I'm going with Danny Swift Garcia. Don't miss it. Saturday on Fox. Starts at 8 o'clock. It's on Fox. It's on many different channels. I know in Canada it's on Fox. It's on Sportsnet 360. It's on a bunch of channels. But main channel it's on Fox this Saturday. Saturday the 23rd. Starts at 8. So don't miss it. And then you also got a heavyweight fight too on that card. And what's that other fight? I think there's 3 fights on the card. But this is the main fight we're looking forward to, obviously. Styles make fights. I think it's going to be a good fight. Both guys come to fight, so don't miss it. Let me know who you think's going to win, Danny Garcia or Robert Guerrero. Thanks for watching. Power Up Boxing, powering down.